Well, I've been trying to make this video for about a week now, but news keeps coming up. But today, I'm finally going to get to it. I'm going to let you guys know what rides, attractions, restaurants, and gift shops are going to be open starting April 30th when the parks reopen. Now, some of these are going to be for repairs. Some of these are going to be for social distancing reasons or, that kind of thing. Some of them are going to be even for staffing, like they don't have enough staff to maintain a certain area. So it's not, strictly speaking, COVID related. We can confirm that all of the Main Street vehicles will be running. That would include the omnibus. Obviously, we saw them testing that, and the horse-drawn streetcar. So all the Main Street vehicles will be running. I'm assuming one group per vehicle. They're not going to mix groups on, well, probably, maybe on the streetcar. The Main Street Cinema will be closed. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln will be closed. And it looks like all of the shops on Main Street will be open with the possible exception of the Mad Hatter shop, because I did not see that in the list. I do, though, see the Mad Hatter shop open in Fantasyland. As for dining, the Market House, the Plaza Inn, Jolly Holiday, and the Little Red Wagon will be open. However, it does not look like Refreshment Corner or Carnation Cafe will be open. They didn't make the list, which is kind of surprising because they both have adequate outdoor dining and no indoor dining. So that could be a staffing issue. And by the way, we mentioned that because I'm hearing stories of a lot of cast members who are choosing not to come back. So they don't have a full staff. Not all of them came back. A lot of folks, when they got their call back, said, you know what, never mind, I'm good. And or they even said yes, but then decided not to show up, which is even worse. So it's going to be a minute before we can get everything up and running at full speed for a variety of reasons. Over in Adventureland, the Jungle Cruise, as you probably already heard by now, will be closed. Not sure if this is for the remodel or for some other reason. I'm assuming the remodel, but they're leaving the Jungle Cruise open at Walt Disney World while they're doing the remodel. So the remodel is happening now, but the attraction is still running at Disney World. They just recently took down Trader Sam over at Disney World in Magic Kingdom. So I'm not sure if it's probably just a good idea, I guess, at this point, just to keep it closed rather than try to, make it work. Why not, right? It would be quicker, I think. So that could be the reason. The rest of Adventureland will be open. The Tiki Room, Indiana Jones, and Tarzan's Treehouse, as will Bengal Barbecue and Tropical Hideaway. Those will be open, in addition to the Adventureland Bazaar if you're doing a little shopping. Heading over to New Orleans Square, both Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion are confirmed to be open, and that is great news, as we've heard, because we were a little concerned about Pirates because of its running time. But obviously they figured out that it's within the 15-minute guidance or whatever they want to call it. And then the Haunted Mansion, I'm sure they're going to figure out the stretching room, in the hallway, the corridor. They'll figure it out. Meanwhile, the French Market and its Mint Julep Bar, the River Belle, and Cafe Orleans all will be open. Cristal des Orleans and Les Masquerades des Orleans made the cut, but I don't see Port Royal Curios, which is interesting. There's a list. Port Royal Curios was not on the list, even though it's pretty much the same exact building that Pieces of Eight is in. I can't imagine they're going to close one and not the other. So just show up and find out. If you want some Port Royal Curios, just go there. I'm sure. I feel like it should be open. It's just not on the list, so I can't say with certainty. Now, next door at Critter Country, they do show Splash Mountain is open. That's a good sign. There's been a little bit of debate about whether or not they're going to do that. I don't, if they had closed it, it would have been because they figured why not start the remodel now. But as I mentioned in a previous video, I don't think they're even ready to start doing the remodel yet. So, for the Princess and the Frog remodel, I don't think they're ready. I think they're about a year away from beginning that. So whatever thoughts they might have had that might close probably were unfounded. It's on the list of open attractions. Also open is the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but not Pooh Corner and not the Hungry Bear. This one surprised me a bit because the Hungry Bear is a perfect, ideal location for, to promote social distancing while having a fantastic Disney experience while you're at it. The views, the seating, everything about Hungry Bear is amazing. And it's, outdoor dining exclusively. Again, I think this is an issue with getting enough staff into the joint. Maybe the cast members who are dedicated to Critter Country chose not to come back. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it's not on the list. Nor is the little hat shop. I forget what they call it. The Briar Patch. Briar Patch is not on the list either. So you can go to Winnie the Pooh, you can go to Splash Mountain, but you can't shop or eat there. Moving over to Galaxy's Edge, both Rise and Smuggler's Run will be open. I would, though, expect there to be some kind of modifications to the pre-show, the queue. There are certain areas where people stop and observe a thing rather than just keep moving forward. And they want to keep people moving through the queue as opposed to lingering. Every minute counts, right? So you may, like, for example, just walk right through the shuttle, which would suck. That would suck, I agree, but that's a possibility. You may just walk right on by Hondo, because that's the whole thing that takes, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes or whatever. That would suck also if you had to just walk right through that. So expect some modifications. To what degree, I'm not sure yet. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. But they are going to be running, which is the bottom line. That's the good news. You will be able to get a Ronto wrap at Ronto Roasters, but it does not look like you'll be able to dine at Docking Bay 7. On this topic, though, this could be related to when they were planning to open in red, but we're already in orange now, and we could be as good as yellow by the time the parks open. Never mind the whole thing about June 15th possibly getting away with, doing away with the entire tier schedule. Anyway, we are still under the tier system. So Disney they may change, they may modify their positions on certain restaurants as things improve. Because why not? But it does. I do understand why they would take Docking Bay 7 off the list, at least for the short term. Shopping-wise, Dock Ondars will be open, as will Savvy's Workshop and the Droid Depot, First Order Cargo, and the Marketplace. All that will be open. In fact, I believe that they're not even going to require a reservation for Savvy's Workshop. I think the demand had died a little bit before they even closed, where you were able to just walk in and well, not just walk in, but it wouldn't take long to get into the next rotation of the, doing the whole show, the Savvy's Workshop show. So look for that. Look for no reservations. That's obvious. That's good. We'll head over to Fantasyland next, where I think just about most everything is open in Fantasyland. Well, at least Fantasyland A. All the dark rides, Casey Jr., the Teacups, Small World, those are all open. The only closure that I see right now is Storybook Land, and this is likely due to that work that we saw them doing in that, with the trellises in the Aladdin section. I guess I should add that it's confirmed that the Matterhorn will be closed. We've been speculating on that. It's been confirmed, no Matterhorn. That's a repair situation, I believe, not related to, a social distancing or anything like that. Dining-wise, Red Rose Tavern will be open, probably just outdoor dining though, but it does not look like the Troubadour will be open, which is a bummer. That could be a staffing thing. You can still go to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, but for merchandise only, they will not be doing makeovers, which makes sense. Otherwise, you can shop at the It's a Small World shop and the Mad Hatter shop, and that might be it actually for shopping. It looks like the shop inside the castle proper will be closed, as is the Christmas gift shop across the way over there next to Peter Pan, and the Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough will be closed as well. That makes perfect sense. I'm not expecting to see that one for a while, although it doesn't require any staff, so there's that, but social distancing, obviously. Let's go to Frontierland next, where Big Thunder and the Mark Twain will be open, but the Columbia and the Davy Crockett canoes will not, nor will Tom Sawyer's Island be open. Here's a real bummer. You can basically not eat at Frontierland. No eating at Frontierland. Both the Golden Horseshoe and Rancho del Zocalo will be closed when the parks open. I get the Golden Horseshoe, indoor dining, you're in there for 20, 30 minutes to watch a show and eat. That's not going to happen. And if they can't do the show, which is what makes it a longer experience, if they can't do the show, you're really not going to the Golden Horseshoe for the food. I mean, I guess some of you might, but I don't. I don't go to Golden Horseshoe for the food. The food is average at best. But if you want some Golden Horseshoe food, you can go to Stage Door Cafe. That will be open, so you can get your fish and chips and your corn dog there. But Rancho, I'm bummed Rancho's not open. That really kind of hit me. Hopefully not too long. You can't eat in Frontierland, but you will be able to shop. Pioneer Mercantile will be open. Shooting Exposition, I don't think is going to be open. And then finally, we'll go across the hub over to Tomorrowland. Star Tours, Space Mountain, and the Astro Orbiter will be open. Closed. Buzz Lightyear will be closed. The monorail will be closed. Finding Nemo will be closed. The monorail. I did not think it was going to open, but I had hoped it would be. That one, I'm going to miss the monorail. Miss the monorail. Go by the traffic. Buzz will be back soon. Nemo, probably not. We've been talking about that one for a long time. We may never see Nemo again. Star Wars Launch Bay did not make the cut, but I'm sure everybody's fine with that. Galactic Grill will be open, but Alien Pizza Planet will not. Again, the crowd was silent on the closure of Alien Pizza Planet. Their pizza's terrible, you guys. Disneyland's pizza is not good. The second biggest park at Disneyland will be open. Star Trader will be open. I love going to Star Trader. And also will be open is Store Command, but the Buzz Lightyear gift shop, even though the Buzz Lightyear ride will be closed. Oh, and as usual, I have forgotten completely about Toontown. Let's go to Toontown. Almost the whole, okay, Roger Rabbit is open, and Gadget's Go Coaster. And pretty much everything else will be closed. Chippendale's Treehouse, Donald's Boat, Goofy's house, Mickey and Minnie's house. Now, this is a little bit confusing. It says that Mickey and Minnie's house will be closed, as will the meet and greets, but then I've seen elsewhere, Disney put out a thing about how to meet characters recently, and they included Mickey on the list of characters that you can see, and not just at the train station, at the Disneyland train station, but also at Mickey's house. So I'm a little iffy on whether or not that's going to happen. If they do, they'll queue you outside. They won't queue you inside. And I don't see that you'll be able to get any food in Toontown. But again, nobody's going to be bummed about that. Nobody goes to Toontown for the food. And I did not forget about DCA. We can sum that up pretty quickly. Grizzly River Run, Redwood Creek Challenge, Golden Zephyr, and the Red Car Trolley are among the main closures you'll find at DCA. At the animation building, you can see Turtle Talk, but the rest of the animation building will be closed. That means the Animation Academy, the Drawing Thing, and Sorcerer's Workshop. Pretty much everything else in Hollywood Land will be open, with the exception of the Frozen show at the Hyperion. And so that does include the Collector's Warehouse and Mission Breakout. Those will both be open. The Bodine Bakery Tour will be closed at Pacific Wharf. And strangely, so too will Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta and Paradise Garden Grill, according to the published list. This surprises me a little bit. I was surprised when they didn't open Boardwalk and Paradise Pier for Touch of Disney. I'm even more surprised that these locations aren't open for this. Why? Why? All that outdoor seating, it's beautiful, it's a lovely thing. It's the reason to go to that part of the park. I don't know. Lastly, over at Cars Land, Flows and Cozy Cones will be open. All the rides will be open at Cars Land. Luigi's, Mater's, Radiator Springs Racers, but Sarge's Surplus Hut will be closed, and the Radiator Springs Curios will be closed. The only gift shop that's going to be open that I can tell at Cars Land will be Ramone's. And that's everything. So the majority of the attractions, gift shops, and restaurants will be open, the majority, with a kind of an odd mix of closures here and there, some for obvious reasons, some for not so obvious reasons. It's an interesting mix. I don't think, though, it'll be long before any of those things that we just mentioned as closed will be reopened again for a variety of if it's because of staffing, because they got more cast members back, or they got more cast members trained up that they can cross-train and put in other places, or if it's because of COVID restrictions or something like that. We're going to be yellow tier in short order, assuming everything keeps going the way it's been going. So that'll open things up. You'll get more capacity for all the rides, more capacity for everything. You'll have fewer restrictions, fewer social distancing. Look at Walt Disney World. It's a small step. But recently Disney has lifted the requirement that you keep your mask on while you take photos. You still have to wear your mask all day while you're walking around and while you're on attractions and things like that, but you can now take it off to take a picture. So, woohoo! That's where we're headed. So until next time, guys, stay tuned to Fresh Baked for the latest updates. Subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications, because we're doing updates almost on the daily now, it seems like. And then you can also follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked and on Twitter at FreshBakedDizzy. That's fresh with no E. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. We love you very much. And Fresh Baked.